In Australia, the impact of an invasive species, the Australian feral cats, on the biodiversity of native species is detrimental. The increasing number of feral cats all over the country are hunting native Australian species, leading to a sharp decrease or even extinction of native species. Feral cats were introduced in Australia during 18th century from European settlers, and they were deliberately introduced to reduce rodents and pests during 19th century, leading to the formation of feral cat colonies. In more recent years, the impact of feral cats is aggravated due to humans' irresponsible actions. Leaving their pet cats unsterilized and allowing them to roam outdoors led to a rise in the feral cat population. According to the study done by Victoria, 13% of cats had a litter prior to being desexed, causing kittens to join the feral cat colonies. The range of diet of feral cats is very wide as they prey on small and medium-sized mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. Two examples are the numbat and desert bandicoot. The numbat is a currently endangered species that feeds on termites. The decrease in numbat population has known to directly affect the termite population as well. The desert bandicoot has been extinct since 2012, mainly due to the increase in predation of feral cats and foxes. The predation of native species directly contributed to a decline of genetic and species biodiversity. The feral cats hinder many recovery programs for endangered species as well. Out of 34 native mammal species that are extinct, feral cats are thought to be directly responsible for 22 of those extinctions, according to the Times. The loss of biodiversity has a direct correlation with carbon cycle, as less and less carbon will be stored in the pedosphere due to a decrease in animal carcass, discarded plants, and feces. Knowing that the pedosphere is a significant sink of carbon, the impact of loss of biodiversity is detrimental. Before the introduction of feral cats, the biodiversity was high and more carbon was stored in the pedosphere. However, after a rapid increase in feral cat population and their predation, the biodiversity of Australian native species decreased, leading to less carbon stored in soil, but more in the atmosphere.
One of the methods used to decrease the feral cat population is known as curiosity, which is a bait that contains the toxic para-aminopropionephenol (PAPP) in a sausage made up of kangaroo meat, chicken, and spices to lure the feral cats. This bait uses an encapsulated pellet referred to as hard-shell delivery vehicle, shortened to HSDV. Also, it has been modified from Eradicat so that the meat is slightly alkaline with a pH of 7.5. This change allows the bait to last for 10 days before going bad. This bait was distributed from the air over a 150 km² area of the Pantapinna Plain, where the feral cat population is relatively higher in density. There are 50 baits every square kilometer. The curiosity bait is shaped into a sausage and the toxin PAPP is contained in a small hard pellet. Feral cats do not develop their molar teeth, so they tend to chew less, which means it is likely the cat will swallow toxin while the species native to Australia develop their molar teeth, so they tend to chew the meat and reject the pellet. The pellet is designed to dissolve in the stomach and deliver a rapid dose of toxin. This would prevent the native species from being affected. Also, according to the studies conducted by the Institute for Environmental Research, there was an 87% decline in feral cat activity after the baits were spread, directly impacting the biodiversity of the native species. This is a long-term solution because the government plans on eradicating feral cats from fenced areas so that the cats will not be able to repopulate. Lastly, all biological controls are confirmed to be 100% safe without negative impact on humans or the environment. Despite how feral cats have detrimental effect upon biodiversity in Australia, animal protection organizations promote non-lethal methods to control the population because of ethical issues. Curiosity uses a toxin to kill the cats, which is considered culling, and animal advocates oppose the culling of animals. This creates controversy because there are conflicting opinions regarding the death of feral cats. However, the only method that is non-lethal is trap, neuter, return (TNR), and it is very time-consuming and costly to trap and desex the cats. So the curiosity is by far the most ethical method because it puts the victim to sleep by reducing the oxygen level in the blood and eventually killing it. The limitation of curiosity is that the toxin affects any carnivorous domestic animal not native to Australia. Not only pets die from consuming the bait, but it has been detected that carnivorous birds, for example the Australian raven, were also consuming the bait. Also, the bait must be replaced every 10 days because sausages only last for a maximum of 10 days before going bad. This could lead to an unnecessarily high price for the funds. Not only that, but sausages require the slaughter of kangaroos and chickens, bringing another ethical issue into play. Lastly, it is found out that feral cats prefer to eat live prey than the sausages, possibly leading to a leftover baits. There are several limitations of the culling method curiosity, including an ethical issue, the long-term cost of human resources, the slaughter of other organisms to make baits, and the frequency of cat consuming the bait. However, compared to the impact of feral cats upon the native species and the cost efficiency of curiosity in killing these cats, the limitations of the curiosity are trivial. The decrease in the feral cat population will directly increase the genetic species biodiversity of Australian native species, and the feral cats are found to directly contribute to the decrease in 124 native species population and even extinction of at least 20 species. Therefore, once a large number of feral cats are eradicated in Australian ground using curiosity, the biodiversity will increase, leading to a healthier ecosystem. Due to such reasons, it is vital to continue eradicating feral cats.